Here in Brisbane's convention and exhibition centres, we'll see ministers and their representatives of around 40 countries within the Asia-Pacific regions deliberating, taking part and also sharing experiences by way of addressing challenges in mitigating disasters and reducing disaster risks in their respective countries. And convened by the UNDRR, or the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction here in Brisbane, Australia, the conference extends invitations not only to ministers and their representatives, but also government delegates and officials, and also private sectors and civil societies, and most importantly, local communities and journalists to sort of take part in sharing experiences in addressing the challenges in mitigating disasters and reducing risks of disasters. Brisbane, Australia is the proud host this year, as we know that Australia has also had its fair share of natural disasters in recent years, including the floodings and also the bushfires, just to name a few. So this is a perfect platform for the Australian government to sort of showcase their emergency disasters mechanisms. And also the conference comes at a critical time, as in recent years the region of Asia Pacific has seen numerous amounts of natural disasters, making it notorious as one of the most disaster prone areas globally. And the forum will also become the first ever such a forum to address disaster risk reductions that see full participations of countries within the Pacific Islands. And the forum itself will also establish ways to address the existential threat in the form of climate change, and that is with the indications stated by the UNDRR, the rising not only frequency but also severity of natural disasters across the globe. And we can also inform you that here in Brisbane, Australia, the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Disaster Risk Reductions is also held in conjunction with the ongoing midterm review of the Sendai framework, and that is global protocols that have been formulated and agreed upon and ratified by hundreds of countries in 2015 in Sendai, Japan. And that is sort of a guidelines for these nations across the globes to be able to reduce disaster risks within their own territory. So 7 years into its implementations, the entire global communities are eager to see the commitment, the political wills of the governments across the world, and particularly here in Brisbane, Australia, the leaders of Asia-Pacific nations to sort of stay abided to the Sendai frameworks, and that is remain to be seen throughout the deliberations here in Brisbane, Australia. So the next 4 days, 19th to 22nd of September 2022, we'll see how the conference will unfold. Nearly 4,000 delegates are here to deliberate, and how they will ultimately cooperate not only to reduce the disaster risk, but also to save lives and to manage and reduce economic loss, and ultimately ensure that no one is left behind. From Brisbane, Australia, Rahmat Idris and Boni Mokalu reported for TVI World.